Hello and welcome back everyone to Move with Sheri. I have a nice short but quick and spicy challenge for you all today. Let's get standing in that parallel position and do a couple of bend and stretches and big breaths. Like to do that side stretch as well to open up the sides of the body. Create some space for those ribs to breathe. Lengthen out any tension from your lower back. This workout is going to move through quickly. It is more a progressive and intermediate level, so go at your own risk and your own pace. If you feel like it's too fast, you can slow it down, pause, or go back and practice again. All right, back into that parallel position. Let's go for our hinge squat. So we're going to start warming up the legs. This workout is going to work in all areas of the body, but it is full body today. Adding a little heel lift. So as you lower, lift up one heel, add a little bounce and press up. You really want to press into the ball of the foot that's lifted, the heel that's lifted, and then press it back down. You want the connections of the toes and the heels. Now let's go for a little prance with a little bounce. Making sure those knees are tracking over the toes. If you notice your knees buckling inwards or outwards, take your own corrections. That's the beauty of home workouts, is that you get to be your own boss as well. All right, so let's go back into our hinge and a half raise. Adding on the arms, sweeping them back. I'm going to turn this profile position so you can see what's happening. Creating that nice diagonal line, you hinge and lift. Think of sending those sit bones back. And let's stay down and go for another round of pulse for 3, 2, 1. Whew, moving through quickly as promised. We're going to now go for our little lunges. So step one foot back and just bend and stretch. I like to hinge slightly forward so I can really feel the back of my thighs and the glutes more. This is the aim here. You want to steer away from feeling into the quads too much. Feel the base of that glute when it meets the hamstrings. Adding in that tap in, tap out. Balancing on that supporting leg. You should feel the glute in that supporting leg as you tap the back foot in and out. Just for another couple of rounds here. Still drawing belly to spine. Now let's add a little back extension, lift and lower. Finding that balance on that supporting leg. Notice what your arches are doing, not rolling inwards. Feeling that connection of big toe, little toe, heel into the floor as you lift the back leg and lower. Ooh, bring it in. Shake it off. We're going to go straight away to the other side. So catch your breath and make sure you're swapping the other leg back. So this side, I have a little bit of more tension going on my right quad, so I have simplified it this side. Still going for your bend and stretch, and then lean forward. Now I'm just doing the lean forward and back. If you want to continue this, to do so, but if you want to add in the tap back and in, this is your chance now. So back foot, tap in, tap back. So if you struggle with the balance, you have this option, which I'm doing here. And then we're all going to go for your lift and lower. Palms are facing back so you can feel the triceps. You want to feel your shoulder girdle stabilizing, your shouldering. That's it. Drawing in that belly button to spine, finding that nice length and control, and then lift on up and shake it off. Alrighty, we are going to start into our Pilates V position. A little plie and stretch, a little ballet inspired here, but it's also going to the glutes and the inner thighs. Adding in some arms. It's a pity about the camera angle and my hands get cut off, but if you want to do the ballet hands, go for it. If not, reach those hands to the ceiling. Just make sure you're not shrugging the shoulders up to your ears. Keeping that connection of the back of the ribs, those lats, those abdominals, as we lift and lower the heels, calf raise in our external rotation. Going for a little pulse here, again not too long. Hopefully you're feeling the glutes, lift and up. Now we're going for our calf raise, rise and lower. Still feeling those inner thighs drawing towards each other, still finding the length in your spine. I look down just to check my feet are not rolling in a weird position. Ankle stability here is all things. We're going to go for a balance. Arms can be in front, like hug a tree, or reach them out to the side. And to challenge that balance, turn your head from right to left. Let your eyesight also follow. Woo. Alrighty. Let that one go. Let's now go into our roll down. So back into that parallel position. Feet hip distance apart. Tuck your chin and roll down. So bending the knees so you get a really nice flexion through the spine without any pressure in the lower back or the back of the thighs. Press your feet into the ground as you roll on up, taking those deep breaths in and out. And stay down for a little ragdoll. Option to hold opposite elbows, sway side to side, let the head go, the neck, have a little bit of release. And just roll on down into your 4-point kneel, make any adjustments as you need. I have a new bodysuit here, so still adjusting to how this bodysuit works. You all know what I'm talking about. Alright, and let's go for a cat-cow spine stretch. Again, finding flexion and now extension. So open up the collarbone, scoop in the belly, inhale. To open back up, little wriggle. And then find your neutral spine here. Let's work into the upper body, the triceps, tricep press, and lift. As we're doing a tricep press, feel those elbows pointing down towards the floor, but the arms still wrapping towards your midline. Let's lift the knees and lower, and add in tricep press. Add a little knee hover. Still finding that length in the spine, especially your lumbar spine, so send those sit bones back. Ooh, we're adding a step out, step in. Getting straight into it, guys. Out and in, 2 steps out and in, alternating right to left, then back to the tricep dip. Again, the focus here is really strengthening the shoulder girdle, the stabilizing muscles that we need to keep controlling and building our strength in. Let's keep going. Tap in, tap out. Get up that heat. Here for another 2. And press out into a downward dog or pike stretch and just paddle out the feet. Lengthening at the back of those thighs, getting a nice stretch. And let's all come on back down. We're going to turn around and work into abdominals, our roll down. We're going to do half a roll down first with a little bit of rotation. So just find where your sit bones are on the floor, then scoop on down and draw the feet onto the floor, knees slightly bent. Think about scooping out the belly, trying to get that imprint of that lower back. And let's go for one arm opening and then roll back upright. Scoop it out. Find that opening, that rotation from the waist. This is a little sticky for me, so that's why we're practicing it. Well, I'm practicing it. So if you can get that rotation, great, but just check what your hips and your knees and your feet are doing. You want to keep them centered in neutral. So really finding the rotation from the waist, you'll feel those obliques. Open and close. Don't forget to breathe. And then come on up. Going for your spine stretch with our full roll down. I just decided to switch to the other side, so, create more space. And make sure you're rolling down. Please make sure you have space within your area, within your room. I seem to brush couches often, as you probably have noticed in my other videos as well. Friendly tap with furniture. Let's scoop on up, and now let's go to our single leg lift. Roll on down. You really utilize your breath here. Exhale before you scoop up the knee, so those abdominals are already engaged. Exhale there. Now we're going to your single leg lift. Option to stay in that tabletop leg lift, the bent knee. You really want to think of the chest lifting up towards the thigh. Let's add that rotation like we did earlier. You have options here. You've got the first option, knees bent. Second option, legs extended. Third option, adding in rotation with legs extended. Ooh, obliques, abdominals. Strong legs and hips as well. Good, come on down. And now we're going for our leg circles. We're only going to do 4 in each direction. Really stabilizing that torso. This is about centering, finding stability, and also mobility in our hips and legs. Taking deep breaths. This is an active, dynamic push. Movement. 4 in one direction, and then 4 in the other direction. As you can see, the hips can move a little bit. You really want to keep those shoulders planted on the floor. Take a deep breath in. As you finish it, bring both legs to tabletop. Now let's go for little toe taps and then add in a chest lift. Hands behind head. Really rest the back of that head into your hands. And then once you're ready, you can start with that oblique twist, opposite elbow to knee. adding in that single leg extension or keeping the legs in that tabletop bent position, up to you. And now we go straight away into our hamstring pulls, scissor kick. We're going to add in that double pulse here, picking up the pace. Pulse, pulse, breathe, breathe. Exhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Curl it in. Now let's go double leg extension straight away. Moving through this. You might want to do this workout a couple of times, a few times. Come back to it. Once you know the sequence, you can breeze through it. Scooping up. All right, guys, hundreds. Yes, our favorite. Try and lift up that sternum, scoop out the belly, press those hands down, breathe in for 5, exhale out for 5. Option to bring those legs to tabletop. Let's not put any pressure in our lower backs. And that's not the aim here. Abdominals, endurance. Let's go breathing in for 5, pressing out and exhale out for 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Go for a little rollout, maybe windscreen wipe, and we are coming up straight away. Again, moving through this. Our little rock and rolls, rocking chairs I like to call them. So you're holding behind the hamstrings, behind the knees. So the arms and shoulder are engaged. Now you can option to have a little balance at the end and go into your full teaser V position. Let go. If you want to go into that intermediate level, you can go into your open rocker. Oh, this one is tough. You need to try and imprint your lower back into the floor first. Go for a rocking chair and then lift up. Oh, I failed in that one. Oh my gosh. Guys, this is tough. Enjoy. We're finding that lumbar mobility and strength in the abdominals. Woo. 2 more rounds, guys. And then find a balance at the end. Taking a breath in and out and let it go. It's good fun. Nice challenge for us. Before we go into some side lying work, we're going to go into our mermaid stretch, opening up the sides of the body once more. Feels really good after that strong abdominal work. Inhale and exhale. See if you can find the opening up of the rib cage, using those obliques to lift you up, so it's not a passive stretch. And let's go down onto that forearm, extend those legs long. I'm going to go for a little roll on the back of the right, well, for me it's my right hip, but back of that bottom hip, you're rolling onto your butt cheek and then rolling onto the side of the hip. Finding those obliques, let's go into those legs, tabletop boat position. Roll the knees towards the chest, the sides towards you. Then option to lift up off that bottom forearm into the hand by using those obliques and abdominals. So it's not a big press into the shoulder or the arm. It's mostly your abdominals, adductors to glue those legs together. And then crisscross, little flutter for 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. I promised we weren't going to be there for too long. Let's work into our obliques and our glutes here. We're going for our little frog press and then internally rotate for the leg lift. So again, this is really useful for those who have been doing Pilates for a while and familiar with working in external and then internally rotate from the hip. So finding that hip mobility and also finding the back of the glutes, working here for only 2. And then a little pulse up into that internal leg lift, internally rotated. Option to drop that big toe towards the floor, feeling it more into the base of the glute. And then extend both legs. I'm going to go for a little roll, a rock and roll. So find that teaser position and then roll onto the other hip. Option to continue going on this side, but I'm going to rotate around so you can see me. If you have joined and rotated with me, let's go straight away into rolling onto that butt cheek and lifting the legs. So finding that rotation, controlling through your core, through your center. Also make sure you're not collapsing in the shoulder so that the ear is towards that bottom shoulder. Really drawing the thighs towards the chest as you lift into that boat position. Option 2, go for a little press off the floor. Option to extend both legs long Really draw those inner thighs together to keep and glue those legs together like chopsticks. Have a little play here, but you remember you're in control. Let's go for that little crisscross, little flutter. Just breathe in and out for 4, 3, 2, and down on 1. Alright, our single side lying leg work. We'll start with our frog press. Lift the leg at hip height, flex, and then internally rotate. I go from a flexed foot to a pointed foot. You're feeling the obliques, abdominals as well here, protecting the spine. Feeling lifted and lengthened from the bottom side of that waist. Let's go for frog press only. Imagine the air is like honey so you can resist, create your own resistance through the air. A little lower and lift, option to rotate and drop the big toe down, finding that back of the glute, the base of the glute. Keep breathing here for another 3, 2, 1. And a little rock and roll around. Ooh, find your teeter position straight away. And roll over to the other side. Oof, well done guys. You can do once more so you can face around to the front. And then let's go to our mermaid stretch on the other side. You need to even it out. This might feel really nice after all that work as well. A nice active rest. Taking deep breaths in and out again, feeling the opening of the side of the body, using those obliques, abdominals to bring you back up. Alright, our last part of class, we're going to work into our back support and front support. If this causes any pain in any shoulder, neck, please stop and pause. You can just go back to tricep dips. So, we're going to lift up into reverse tabletop. And then press your foot down and lift one leg to tabletop. So finding the strength in the back of those arms. Pressing one foot down into the floor as you lift the other. You can go for a single leg kick up into the air now, or you can keep just legs into tabletop. Slowly advancing this. Option to bring your legs out straight. Find that back support, reverse plank, and go for a leg lift. Lower down with control. Press those hands into the floor. Keep drawing those abdominals in, wrapping around you like a waistband. We're going to lift up and hold and kick for only 4. Not for too long because this is a strong movement. 3, 2, 1. A little hold. And bring it down to regather yourself. Just go for an arm circle in one direction and the other to release. And let's turn around into our front support. So go from your quadruped tabletop position to a high plank and pike. So just a pike, drawing up your hips, finding that long plank, and then go for single leg back kick. So still drawing up from the glute to lift that leg. You'll feel everything working here, full body integration. Don't forget to breathe. Making sure the shoulders over the wrist, all fingers pressing into that floor. We are going to go for a round of kicks. You've got this. Building that endurance, building strength, each kick, each breath at a time. Here for another 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the plank, down into a child's pose, rest pose. And that's it. That is it for today. Like I promised, a short, quick, but spicy challenge to get you hot and sweat and moving and energized, hopefully for your day or afternoon or in your midday break. Well done, guys. Thanks for joining me. As always, your support is amazing and I'm here for you. Let me know if you liked this in the comments below or click subscribe, follow along, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.